Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you have to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer, and the other 40 to 50% suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. And this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Ruff Greens. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Ruff Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They've helped millions of pups, like mine, stay active and be healthy. And your pup could be next. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to ruffgreens.com. Just use promo code DISCO. That's RUFFGREENS.com. Promo code DISCO. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Ruff Greens. Next is from Diego from Dallas. Who's the biggest superstar between Joe Hendry and Will Ospreay? Hendry was just at WrestleMania, whereas Ospreay is only known by the smart marks. Oh, it's by far Joe Hendry.
Got to be Hendry.
Because Hendry's a crossover super. He's a musician too, right?
He had a song. He had a song that charted.
Yeah.
That's
right, that's
pretty big.
That's pretty.
I mean, the only other person we know that's done that is Jericho.
Right. So that's it's another level of popularity.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
Not a
but
fan
he is
of
only in
song.
TNA. I will say that. But but he's getting play on WWE. And he's getting a good pop.
Yeah, I bet you, bro. There's no way that nothing that Will Ospreay's ever done, and I like him as a performer, is going to compare to the numbers he probably got from that RKO from Randy.
Right. Next is you got an answer in this show?
Yeah, it lists the videos, but for some reason it doesn't list the number, which would be the most.
Well, just go to the videos, and it should give a link to some of the videos, and just look at the views.
Okay. Yep. So I believe in Joe Henry's is #1, and that has the video is not available anymore, so I can't get the number on that.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, just go on YouTube and just look at some Joe Hendry. Yeah, while we're doing this, okay. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your #1 source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs, and there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played, with the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino, all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here. Do you want to hear my top 5 stuff for the week?
Did you already do Dynamite?
Yeah, we already did Dynamite.
Right. Okay, just tell me any standout things that I would like on Dynamite.
I'll tell you too.
Or anything so cringeworthy that it's worth watching.
On Dynamite, the Ospreay cut one of his better promos.
Right.
Okay. The Ospreay, MJF, Hurt Syndicate stuff was all very good. That's my that's my #5 for the week.
Right.
They had there was such egregious thigh slapping on the show too. Everybody's doing it with every kicking motion now. All right. Naomi and Bianca is also in my top 5. They had an excellent. Naomi's just doing really good in her segments. Her face off with
the stuff she did on SmackDown was really good.
Right. The Jey Uso Gunther promo in the back was excellent. Right. I liked the Judgment Day stuff with Roxanne Perez and then Liv and Dom and them. And what else? The heat at the end of the show.
Say that again.
What? That's the heat at the end of the show on the heels. On Heyman's group. It's very well.
All right, so
they just things up like the final segment, like the way the heat was done with the positioning, just very well done. So go ahead,
Joe.
Yes, sir.
What was the final number for Dynamite?
That was 6. Let me get it. 6 something. Sorry, I had it earlier.
All right.
6:55, up 3%. Yeah. And then Collision aired right after Dynamite, Konnan, so it was 4 hours of.
4 hours. And they're doing 4 hours next week too, I guess.
Well, the Collision follow-up to Dynamite did 380.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Wow.
And that was on from 10 to 12 or 10 to 12 Eastern.
Yeah, I would watch all this stuff with the Hurt Syndicate and MJF and Ospreay was really good on Dynamite. That's the only thing they got going on that show right now.
Right.
All that stuff. That storyline. And I was talking about it's kind of weird because we were saying that they need to get like everybody agrees they need to get the title off of Moxley. Okay, but
Right.
my thing is like, bro, if they're sticking to this storyline, Swerve and Hangman Page have both said, well, either of them are alive. They're never going to see the other one with the World Heavyweight Championship. So I could absolutely see Swerve screwing Hangman. Okay, and Moxley holds on the belt. I'm telling you what would get over is if the Hurt Syndicate and the Death Riders have a face off, and you could do like a tag match with with those two guys against
Right. You could
Slash
have.
and thing, and you
I
get
got one.
MJF and
Are
MJF
you ready for
against
this?
Moxley for the
No,
belt. Go
I
ahead.
got one even better.
What?
Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus Jimmy Utah, Marina Shafir.
I like that
Wow.
match.
Yeah, that's money. That's
on
money.
you think like main event? Or?
They did
Yeah,
it.
main event. Well,
They did it.
nowhere else but main event. Yeah.
They did a good segment backstage, Konnan, on a Dynamite where MJF kind of confronted Ospreay and told him like you're being an idiot trying to get Hangman Page and them to work together. You should just let these guys. They're animals. You just let them beat out of each other, right?
Right.
So then MJF brought up his kid, and Ospreay grabbed him and jacked him up into like by the collar and jacked him up into the wall. MVP showed up in the camera shot out of nowhere, like right there, and then Lashley and Sheldon did like they surrounded him, and like Ospreay's like kind of like scared because he's surrounded by the three guys, and the shot that they left with did a face off between Lashley and Ospreay, and Lashley did his dress to the nines, right? And
Right.
Ospreay had his little soccer jersey gimmick on
Right.
thing that he had,
Right.
bro. Ospreay wore the same shirt on Dynamite that he was wearing in the backstage segment on Collision that they showed. So they showed a clip of him from last week wearing the same clothes as he's wearing in the ring right now.
And
right?
you know what the
So
problem is there for
right.
the people that say, oh,
Yeah.
they get on them too much about it. They wear, bro, image is everything.
Right.
And if you were to put a wrestling fan that didn't watch AEW, right? 10 out of 10 people would think Lashley's a bigger star.
Of
I don't
course.
care what you say.
But the funniest thing in the segment is he kind of sized Ospreay up and looked at him and kind of picked the clothes that he was wearing, like he picked
Right.
his thing,
is this?
like look at this cheap you're wearing everything and then walked
Right.
off.
Because, bro, as a
Yeah.
as a shoot backstage and be the Hurt Business and is making fun of the way he dresses because they all dress to the nines.
Right. Yeah. Well, they should, because I
Right.
said like you got MJF and the Hurt Syndicate are out there dressed like stars, and your other big stars are like Ospreay, Kenny, and Moxley, and like these guys are all like slobs.
Right.
Like, it's just like,
I wouldn't
it's
say
kinda-
slobs. They're just they don't dress.
They
for
don't
the
dress up for
occasion.
work. Yeah. And then to Harry, we had Harry on to do the AEW review with me, right? And
Right.
he did the preview for the Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Right.
Harry says that Ospreay wears those clothes in the
Hotel.
bar after like
Right. He said he saw him in El Paso and he was wearing
Yeah,
the same thing. And I go, bro, I've been telling you for years. The same thing they're wearing in the ring is what they wear as a shoot.
Right.
Yeah, because when they would go to Mexico, that's how they would dress. The Young Bucks, Kenny. That's how
Right.
they. The only one that dressed nice that came to Mexico was Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this
Nice.
real quick before we wrap, because I want to say why I think Disco is wrong here, and then we can note this and remember it. There's no way that they keep the belt on Moxley in Texas. They can't, dude. It's their biggest show of the year. It's a stadium crowd. The babyface has got to go over and hold the belt up at the end. There's no way that they would make that mistake, dude. There's no way. And here's what I think about. Here's what I think
I'm
about
not saying they're
Swerve.
good. They're what they're good. I'm not prognosticating.
No, I
But
know.
I'm just saying, storyline wise, don't be
follow.
surprised if Swerve Strickland screws Hangman Page, because that's the story.
What a bummer to close the show with. I think Swerve will come out and immediately people will think, oh, my over. But no, he's going to help Page for the good of the company, right?
Right.
Let's get the belt off this.
All right.
That's where I'm at.
All right.
Oh,
So
bro,
that's
you know who showed up in NXT? Do you watch that show or no?
No, I saw highlights.
I watched Wednesday or Tuesday.
And she got a humongous pop, Mariah
May.
Yeah.
Did you meet her? Did you get to meet her?
No, because bro, it was packed back there, and but I'm sure we will, meet in the future.
Right.
But she came off as a total star. People knew who she was. She kind of looks glamorous, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I bet she smells terrific.
That's kind of creepy, Joe. All right.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.